who's really going to get the most out of a full-body, AI-driven massage chair like the Osaki AI Monarch Lee, and who should simply walk away? If you're wondering whether this is an upgrade for your home wellness routine or just another pricey gadget that will sit idle, keep listening. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few weeks comparing the Monarch's tech claims to what everyday users actually need, and I'm going to break down the real-world pros, the hidden trade-offs, and the price question for a typical buyer. First thing most people worry about with any high-end massage chair is space. The Monarch advertises minimum door size and space-saving technology, which sounds reassuring, but the reality is that even with a clever fold-away design, the chair still needs a floor area roughly the size of a queen-size bed. If you live in a studio apartment or have a narrow hallway, you'll probably find the installation effort outweighs the benefits. On the other hand, if you have a dedicated spare room or a large living area, the chair fits nicely and you'll appreciate how it slides into place thanks to the SL track system. That sliding mechanism makes it possible to pull the chair out for cleaning or to move it temporarily, so it's not a permanent fixture that blocks traffic. Another point of hesitation is the technology itself. The Monarch comes with a smart body scan that promises to map your muscle tension and then adjust the 3D Plus massage mechanism accordingly. In practice, the scan takes about 30 seconds and does feel a little like stepping on a smart scale. There are sensors in the backrest and seat that detect pressure points. For most users, the scan correctly identifies the areas you spend a lot of time in. Think tight shoulders after a day at a desk or sore lower back after lifting. The chair then tailors the 40 air cells and rolling nodes to target those spots. If you're a casual user who just wants a simple kneading massage, that level of customization might feel unnecessary, but for anyone who suffers from chronic tension or wants a personal physiotherapist at home, it adds tangible value. Now, let's talk about who actually benefits from those 40 air cells delivering a full-body experience. I've spoken with a few people who use the chair after intense workouts. Think amateur triathletes or regular CrossFit participants. They told me the zero-gravity position, where the chair reclines to a near-horizontal angle, helps relieve spinal compression and lets the air cell compression work more evenly across the ribs and hips. In a real-world home gym scenario, that means you can finish a heavy lifting session, hop onto the Monarch, and feel the muscle groups unwind without having to schedule a professional massage therapist. For someone whose routine is more sedentary, like a remote worker who sits for 8 hours a day, the ability to target specific zones while you read or watch TV can be a genuine productivity boost, reducing the need for frequent coffee breaks due to stiffness. Price is the elephant in the room. The Monarch sits in the premium tier of home massage chairs, and its price tag reflects the blend of AI scanning, 3D rolling mechanisms, and the 40-cell air system. For a family of 2 or 3 who will rotate usage, the cost per session drops dramatically, making it a worthwhile investment. Conversely, a single user who only plans to use the chair once a week probably won't recoup the expense in terms of health benefits versus a more modest, lower-priced model. The 4.4-star rating from 15 reviewers suggests most owners are happy, but those numbers also hint that the product isn't yet a mass-market bestseller. There are still some early adopters figuring out the best ways to integrate it into daily life. One of the Monarch's practical strengths is its minimum door size claim, which, as I mentioned, really means a relatively thin frame that can be maneuvered through a standard doorway. This is a big deal if you've ever tried to get a bulky piece of furniture into a house and it got stuck. The design includes a detachable footrest that folds flat, and the chair's legs can be repositioned to accommodate tighter spaces. The downside is that the folding process adds an extra step when you want to move the chair back into place after cleaning, and the chair is heavier than a typical recliner, so you'll need at least 2 people to lift it safely. If you're comfortable with a little occasional muscle effort, that's a minor inconvenience. If you need a truly plug-and-play solution, you might look elsewhere. Battery life isn't an issue because the Monarch plugs in, but the power draw is notable. The motor that powers the 3D rolling nodes, combined with the air cell pump, can cause a measurable increase in your home's electricity consumption, especially if you run long sessions. Think 30-minute zero-gravity programs. For eco-conscious buyers, it's worth checking your utility rates and considering whether you'll limit usage to evenings when rates are lower. A practical weakness comes from the smart